In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use basic, smart notebook tools to create simple yet interactive and effective games using a dice in order to assist students with numeracy. This first game here, students are required to drag a domino, roll 2 dice, make the domino. So the first dice was 4, the second dice was 1, choose a function, for example plus, and simply write the answer. Select another domino, roll the dice, create the domino, choose a function, and write the answer. This next game here has 2 players, or the class is divided into 2 groups. The players roll the dice. It's 1. This person looks for a square which has a value of 1. They don't have it, so it's the other team's turn. 1. They have 1 MAB block. 2. Five. There are 5 fingers here. 3. In order to win the game, a team needs to get 3 counters in a row. The counters in a row can be horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. When a player has 3 in a row, they have won the game. This game here is called odd or even. There is a bug for one player and a ladybird for the other player. Players need to choose whether they're going to be odd or even. This bug here is going to be odd and this one is even. So this bug can go first. He rolls 1, which is an odd number. 2, which is an even number. This is an even number, so the bug cannot move. 6 is an even number. This bug here can choose either dice, an odd number, an even number. The bug which reaches the end first is the winner. Alternatively, you can ask players to use both dice. So this player having his turn, 5 and 5 makes 10, which is even, so the bug cannot move. 2 and 5 makes 7, which is odd. This player cannot move. 1 and 2 makes 3, so the bug can move because it's an odd number. This game here is called Knockout 9. Each player needs a row of numbers 1 to 9. The first player rolls 2 dice and they can have a choice. So the first player rolls the 2 dice, 6 and 2. They can either choose to cover up a 6 or cover up a 2 or cover up the total, which 6 and 2 is 8. The player continues. 6 and 5 makes 11. They can't choose that option, so the player can either select a 6 or a 5 to cover up. 3 and 1 makes 4, or they may choose to cover up just one of the numbers. 5 and 4 is 9. 6 and 2 is 8. That's already covered. And 6 is already covered, so the player's only option is to cover the 2. 4 and 2 is 6, that's covered. 2 is already covered, so the player will need to select 4. 4 and 2 is 6, that's covered. 4 is covered, and 2 is covered. This player cannot cover any more numbers, so they need to add up the remaining numbers. Add up 3, 5, and 7, and that will be their total for the game. The next player begins their turn. 5 and 2 make 7, and so forth. At the end of the round, the player with the lowest number is the winner. This game here is called high dice. The aim of this game is to get the highest number. The first player rolls all 3 dice. They select the highest number. Then they roll 2 dice. Again, select the highest number. Roll the last dice. Write the number. The player needs to add 3, 6, and 2, and that will be their total for this round. Player 2 rolls 3 dice. Selects the highest number. Rolls the next 2 dice. Selects the highest number. Rolls the last dice. Writes the number and adds the total. The player at the end of each round with the highest number is the winner. Players play 5 rounds. This game here is called Sit or Busted. The first player rolls 2 dice and adds the total. The player continues to roll both dice progressively, adding the totals in order to get the highest number. If the player's score is over 24, they are busted. They are out of the game. So the first player here is blue. They roll both dice. 4 and 1 is 5. The player rolls the next dice again. 5 and 4 is 9. Plus 3 is 12. The player can choose to sit or to roll both dice again. 12 and 1 is 13. Add 5 is 18. The player can choose to sit on 18 or roll again. This player is going to sit. The next player plays, remembering if their score is over 24, they are busted and they are out. This game is called double, half, or stay. Players need to determine a number before they begin. They choose a target between 5 and 122. So the group may choose a target of 60. The player 1 rolls both dice. They've got 22. The player says, okay, I'm going to double both dice. If I double both dice, that's going to give me a total of 44. The next player rolls both dice. They've got 56. They'll probably keep the same numbers, so their total is 56. Player 2 is closest to the target. Player 3 rolls a dice. 64. They can choose to half this, so they could half the 6 and give them 3. Keep the 4, gives them 34. The last player rolls the dice. 51. So the winner for that round was player 2. Player 2 can drag across a tally to keep record. These games can be downloaded in a notebook document from my website intertecheducation.edublogs.org.